the ronin is working hard at his craft, his swordsmanship, and just perfecting it to be the one at the top. He's not focusing on the pleasure in his village with all the women and all the drinking and all the games all around distracting him from his mission. Meanwhile, the peasant, every time a woman just simply walks past him, he looks at them with awe and lust over them, imagining all the dirty thoughts in his brain. The ronin sees this as he's watching the peasant doing these, just watching him, right? But he does not feel blameful or negative about the peasant. He just pities him and teaches him the way of the sword to get him away from that path. Today in this video, I'm gonna talk about my addiction with porn, right? So my backstory for this is there was someone just like the peasant, right? Who was looking at women with dirty thoughts. It was the younger version of me. Every time he would walk the hallways of his school, he would be anxious, thinking whatever, like something bad might happen. Like every time a woman walked by, he would just look at him in a dirty way, right? And it was especially worse when he had a crush, like at the time where he thought this girl right here was like at the top, or not like at the top, like the most attractive, I guess, for women, that's at the top. And then if you ever had a crush, you would probably be like looking every second just to get a glimpse, cause that dopamine rush, it makes you feel good when you look at your crush, right? Okay. And then he would try to act cool when in front of her. But let's look back at what started all this anxiety younger Sai had to go through. It started in the 5th grade, where I was about to graduate. And during some part of that year when I was in school in 5th grade, my past crush at the time mentioned this word that at the time I didn't even know what it meant or what it was. It was literally the fucking pee, bro. The pee. So she was doing all of these like sexual, like what do you call it, those things, right? And I was like, what's she doing? And I was very confused at the time and didn't know what to like think of what she was doing. And so when I went back home on that day, I searched up the word dick or pee, right? Then what came up was literally this porn website called X Videos. And that's basically when it started, the addiction. And yeah. And like she was talking about other stuff at the time, which is freaking crazy. 5th grade talking about sexual stuff, right? But at the time, I don't remember anything else she said. Only that specific word, which like kind of triggered my addiction. It's like poor innocent me, bro. Like falling for his inevitable doom, right? Of a trap he didn't know was coming. When he got home, okay. Oh, yeah. So I searched it up, and at the time, I did not have a phone, So I just used my mom's phone and searched it up. And I just clicked on whatever, right? And then I just see all this ass, bro. Just fucking ass everywhere. I'm like, the fuck is this? Well, I probably was feeling like hella dopamine rush as soon as I saw all that stuff. But I didn't know what to do with it at the time. And then, like, stuff, right? Let's see. in the website I went on, oh my god, it was called X Videos. You probably know it if you're watching it, or maybe you watch something else, which is bad for you. So at the time, this was the website I used to like please myself, basically, the pleasure. And then this was my first time ever even viewing this type of content in my life, which will explain how I just got sucked into it and just started consuming all this stuff. And then before I even knew it, years had gone by where I was constantly watching this stuff and just beating my dick, beating my meat, bro. And then I was still watching this type of stuff just a couple of months ago. Yeah, I watched this stuff a couple of months ago. But now, I can say with confidence that I don't even watch that stuff anymore. Yeah, I might still, how you say it? Okay. I still do it but this time I have something to do it, which is getting a girlfriend, and then I somehow got a girlfriend, which I am absolutely fine insane. But now that we know this, I literally clawed my way back up from that place, and now I'm gonna help you. I will lend my hand, bro. Take my hand, so you could be here with me, with us, with the ronin, right? And in this section of the video, I'm going to talk about my beliefs. So until a couple of months ago, I had made progress in reducing how much I watch porn. So before I completely stopped, there was a point where I was significantly reduced it to the point where I only watched it maybe after a couple weeks, 2 weeks. Then I'm gonna watch it and that stuff. And I believe the reason I overcame this addiction is because years of effort and always saying to myself, when I get a girlfriend, I will have no reason to watch it, because why are you looking at other women when you yourself have a girl who's like your lover, right? And I was set on that belief. That was my core belief right then and there. I'm gonna mention this a lot later in the video. You might argue that what if I broke up with my girl? Would I just go back to the way I was before? Believe it or not, I don't think I will, because right now I have a dream of making this YouTube thing a reality, as right here I'm recording this video and putting out my addiction, right? And I'm making it a reality and working on it and making it a business out of it. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm way too ambitious, to be honest, working on this business for you guys, the Ronin. I'm gonna call you guys the Ronin from now on, because this shit is cool. And the Ronin, the people who don't have no masters, and cut ties with them. What I'm building is a clan of Ronin to come together and help rebuild this society and switch it up. Build a core belief you have about porn and make it disgusting, to the point where every time you watch it, you have this nagging thought where it's this stuff I'm watching is literal garbage. It is disgusting. And you know why? Think of this also, because that dude in the screen right there is literally fucking your wife. Think of that every time you watch that type of stuff. And then sooner or later, you're probably not even gonna watch it, right? And he's doing it every time. The dude is literally doing it to your wife, the woman you want to do it with. And you should think of it, I should be the one doing that, you know? It should be you. And have that like kind of like natural born instinct, you know? And another point is every time you go on that site, you're literally throwing away your life energy. And what I mean by this is, so you got your semen, right? And literally that's the thing that makes another life. Like literally it makes life. And when I discovered this, it was like eye-opening. A third eye awakening, bro. And I think it's like one of the reasons I also stopped watching that type of stuff anymore. Cause you're literally, if you're throwing away energy, you're just spilling it everywhere on the bed. Like, and it creates life. And you're just like pushing it out, right? Then how are you gonna feel? You're literally gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel no energy. You're tired. You don't feel like doing anything. You're starting to become lazy. You start doing more bad habits. You start doing all these negative things. Because you're putting your energy where it's not even gonna be used productively or something like that. If it's not being used productively, goddamn. Excuse me. And yeah, and we got the energy, right? Stop being fucking horny. Don't listen to your brain. Your brain is too addicted at this point to even help you. And like I said before, build a belief about that site and make it disgusting as hell. And make it so dense and that no one can alter it. So let's say you got people trying to tell you, oh, this is actually good, it helps you relieve stress and all that, whatever they say. But like, don't think about that. Think about how you feel, right? How do you feel when you do it? If you feel like shit, you probably don't want to do it anymore, right? And yeah, so it's really a shame that literally like do doctors say that stuff is good? Or like just, I don't know where they even came from that belief that porn is actually good for us. That's so stupid. Then after that, you have that belief. Then combine that belief with the effort of just reducing the amount of time you've been beating it and watching it. And remember, I've been doing this addiction too. I'm basically right there with you. I only stopped a couple of months ago, which is really not that long. And I've been having this for like 7 years, bro. That's how long I've had it. Since elementary up until like 10th grade. Well, now I'm becoming a junior. But up until the 10th grade, like 7 years is crazy. And then only until a couple months ago, I stopped watching it. Like, I don't even get the urge no more, bro. I don't even get the urge to watch that shit no more. I literally get pumped up because of knowing the hard work I put in finally paid off. Like, sometimes I just think about it, right? And I'm like, holy shit, I stopped it. I finally stopped watching that shit. And like, it's like literal a surge, probably like testosterone, probably a surge of testosterone rises up, and you just feel amazing. And probably after you feel that way, you could probably hit a freaking intense workout and be like, and you smash it. You just easily breeze through your workout because of freaking how much energy you have. And bro, on X videos, I would literally watch the overstimulating, not even regular porn. I would watch literal overstimulating hentai, which is, if you watch anime, you already know what, you probably already know what that is. The anime community probably, yeah. Basically like animated porn, cartoon, whatever. Cause the regular stuff on the site wasn't enough for me. I kept wanting more and more until I basically numbed myself to literally everything, and that's when I started to hate it. I didn't want to do it anymore because now I knew it made me feel like shit. If you really build a strong and dense belief about porn and how disgusting it is, I believe eventually you will overcome it. While also putting the effort to stop watching it and don't whack off yourself every single day. I really do believe you will. I really do. You will overcome this addiction. I am here with you. And that's basically it. And yeah. To summarize this video, first, like the main thing is build a core belief. Write down all the reasons why porn isn't good for you mentally and physically, and plus the extraordinary efforts to stop watching porn and beating your meat, and overall stopping this addiction as a whole. If you enjoyed this video and liked what I talk about here and it helped you get over this addiction, or it's like you're starting to not watch it as much or beat it as much, you might want to consider subscribing. I will make a later video about actionable steps you can take to overcome this addiction, like more realistic stuff you could just easily apply as that. I believe you will overcome this, bro. Just keep working on it like I did. And 7 years is a lot. But don't focus on that like whole journey as a whole, because that's just me, right? It might even take you less. You might be better than me if you're watching this and you're just, right? So just focus on like getting that first weekend. Try not to do as much. And that's what you do every single week for however long until you stop watching it. You will overcome this. And see you next time.